Hello! Welcome back to my Jungle Adventure mini-series. This is episode 2, and we are starting with Rafael eating fish tacos for breakfast, which is foul. I think Rafael is pretty worried about taking his first steps into the jungle, and I know his mood doesn't really reflect it, but his mood says he's happy about eating fish tacos for breakfast, so I don't think we can rely on that. Okay, Eve's up. Oh, okay. He is now nauseous, which could be either because of the fish tacos, because he's nervous. Either way, I was right about his mood. Not happy about fish tacos, not happy about going into the jungle. I think our first thing that we're gonna do is harvest avocados, obviously. This episode, I had a really hard time finding people who could tell me about the jungle. So we're gonna go back to the main part of the resort and maybe ask there, because we didn't ask previously when we were over there. I guess we'll try to talk to her about this place. Chat about local sites. I don't know if that'll give us actual information. We can discuss local heritage, which I don't think I've done that before. As I said, I didn't think there were very many people of local heritage here because it's a tourist attraction more so. Most of the people here are staff. Or, tourists. So she wasn't expecting there to be local heritage, but... And then I'm wondering if we can get to the market from here. Yeah, it looks like we can. We'll have to run a bit. It doesn't look like there's very many people here, and I think we already have all of these items. Nobody else is selling anything, though, which is unfortunate, because I do need that one thing that helps with bee stings. Okay, on a long walk we go. It's so pretty here. Okay, more people are here. Is somebody at this table? Yeah, well... Are these two different things? We have spider repellent and fire quencher. Do we already have the fire quencher? No, we just have the spider repellent. Okay, let's get some of that then. Let's get more water because it looks like we only have one of those. I think she's half buying for herself, half buying for, her dad. She wants him to be comfortable on the trip, as comfortable as possible, and she knows she's probably going to end up wandering off, and he's going to be probably left to fend for himself in the group, but still. Still, nobody's at this table and nobody is selling this flower. I'm really hung up on this flower. I feel like I really am gonna need it. Should I get another basket here? We stole one from the place we're staying, but then she's really low on fun. Do you want to play with this random cat? I don't know why there are so many stray animals around here that I've noticed, but oh, we already... Oh, never mind. It doesn't like us. I don't even remember when that happened, but... Oh, and the cat... Okay, maybe it's just not a friendly cat, because this guy's getting attacked by him. Lie about career? Maybe she's she might even tell her that she is actually, somebody who works at the sanctuary in Tomarang, It's not a complete lie, because she will, hopefully, do that, but it is a lie, totally. I really cannot ask that many people about the jungle, I'm realizing. Well, I think it's time to head home so we can actually start on the tour. I'm not sure what to do to up her fun, but I'm sure once we go into the jungle, her fun will increase. So we are going to be meeting with our tour guide at the national park, which is where the tour starts. Okay, so we should be able to meet up with our tour guide, I guess, wherever is fine, so we can go here. We can sit here together. They probably are gonna have to go over some, basic rules of the jungle. Uh-oh. Well, not uh-oh, not exactly. Wow, what a sim! Rafael and Santiago just stopped from what they were thinking for a moment, themselves staring at Santiago. Yeah, I mean, we all know that he's been pretty flirty this whole time, so that's good for him, I guess. Okay, so this guy's our tour guide, to be clear. That's why he's here. So, we're gonna ignore this, and we're gonna ignore this. Apparently, she's I'll give them their space. She probably knows what she's doing way more than Rafael, so he's probably gonna have 1,000 questions about this tour before we get in on it. And she does not. She's quite at ease. I don't know why she's in her sleepwear, though. Maybe too at ease. Wants to become friends with Santiago immediately. And let's see if they got... Okay, Rafael thinks Santiago is a nature maniac, which I can't say that's like a incorrect take. Santiago thinks Rafael is reasonable, which is also a reasonable take. But he's making jokes, and I think we're gonna Did you just blow a kiss? Girl, chill. You're supposed to be really afraid right now, okay? We're gonna discuss our fears, although I don't know if it's a fear of the jungle. No, it's a fear of death. Well, I guess he can tell Santiago he's afraid of dying in the jungle. But I think Santiago is obviously gonna be like, that's not gonna happen. Don't worry about it. We have, like, so much protocol. Oh, stop it! Stop it! My Sims recently have just been on a romance kick. Like, they will flirt with anybody. Only ever Sims that I make, which again, compliment to me, but, like, chill. Oh my gosh. He did not have any of these books before. He took them all from the bookshelf. That is so crazy. I've never seen that before. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna have Eve give her dad some of the stuff that we bought because he's gonna want to be prepared. I'll give him like half of what we have, basically. And I'm sure Santiago has loads of stuff of his own. We are not gonna give the doll to our dad, but I do want to show it to him. Because I think he'd hate it. So, there are already things to excavate here, so I think while Rafael is probably asking more questions, I know the tour was supposed to start a little bit ago, but it doesn't matter, Rafael needs his questions answered. So we're gonna do some excavation here, start our archaeology skill. Okay, she found a knife! Can you place that in the world? I need to look at it closer. Oh, it is an actual knife. Okay. I think the tour is gonna start in this area. Now, this area is, the closest to being just... This area definitely isn't the most intensely jungle, but it does have a lot of excavation stuff, and it's probably a good introduction to the jungle. Here, I think, is where things get a little more intense, and I think tomorrow we're going to be going on the tour in here. But for now, we're going to head this way. And I'm going to actually have Santiago doing the household because he will be with us during the day for a while. And he also wants to be friendly with Rafael. He already has a machete and spider repellent. Good on him. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and guide them through here. So let's go over here. I think he's going to excavate. He probably didn't see that Eve already learned how to do it. He's going to show them how it works. Now, I'm not sure if the tour really wants people to, like, dig up archaeology stuff because who knows what the tourists may find. They don't want the tourists finding anything too important or special. But he's gonna, like, show them nevertheless. Maybe just as a, like, little fun fact, I guess. He is a very skilled archaeologist. Excavate together. Maybe we can do that. I don't think that's too bad because if they do find anything, he can bring it in. And what I mean by that is the people running the tours probably want any, like, cool things that would make profit to come out of this to go to them and go to their displays and for them to be able to sell it, not some random tourist. Part of the tour is doing some archaeology, obviously, with the tour guide. Now, as we know, Eve already did it without the tour guide, and she's probably going to do more without the tour guide, which I can't complain about, but I'm sure that's not supposed to be happening. Okay, one artifact-shaped dirt clump. A skull. Okay, Eve. She's finding skulls, she's finding knives. Is this something that will keep going, or... Okay, no, they're done. Okay. You really don't have to do that everywhere, Eve, but there's just a couple more things for us to get, and then we're probably gonna call it a day. Of course, not the most fun part of the tour yet. And it's actually been surprisingly not too scary for Rafael, but we're not really in the jungle yet, and I hate to break that to him. Yeah, let's head back home. And I think that we do have an extra bed, so maybe Santiago could stay in that just because I don't really want to transfer him to another household every night. And I don't really care if he stays in our extra bedroom, so he will be doing so. Okay, Rafael is absolutely exhausted. That wore him out so much. So he's gonna go sleep. She's going to use the archaeology table that she got here and see what we could do with the stuff we got. So it seems like we could only send these things away for authentication at our home lot? That is lame, dude. That's so annoying. Santiago is also swimming. I think Eve's gonna go to bed because she wants to have energy for tomorrow. I didn't realize that we also have an archaeology table inside, but he uncovered a couple things that need to be uncovered, so we're gonna take a look at those. I don't know much about the skill, so having Eve, who is very new at the skill, and him, who is very seasoned at the skill, is useful. He can authenticate it. Ooh, that looks cool. Okay, this artifact is also genuine. It is per quality, though. I'm wondering if that's Eve's doing. And then we have this one as well. We might have to save this one for the morning, though, because it is getting quite late, and he knows his limits. Eve is up because she is still really upset about not having fun. So hopefully, like, playing darts might help her fun go up? I'm not sure. Speaking of archaeology, I know I looked for a book on Salvadoradian culture, and there isn't one, but I'm wondering if there's a book to be read for archaeology. Not that Eve is much of a reader, but I figured maybe if she gets bored, she might read it, and it'll help us get our skill up. Yeah, okay, there are archaeology books, so we'll get some of those. Okay, Rafael is awake. He's going to chat with Santiago. He's, obviously having a very civil conversation with him, but he's also probably looking respectfully, you know? Ah! Why do my Sims do that? Oh, good. Eve is here. She'll keep them in check. It's 9 a.m. We are probably gonna head out for the second part tour day. We're gonna be heading back to the Balamecia trailhead. We're gonna be going in the other direction this time, and we're gonna be going into the actual jungle. Okay, we are here once again. My goodness, these guys are awful at being properly dressed. Okay, so I think, especially because we have Rafael on our team, we're going to read the preparation checklist and poison awareness posting over here before going in. It's important to prepare for the many dangers lurking in the jungle. In the marketplace vendors to see what helpful items they are offering. I did forget to get the bee thing, but hopefully we won't need that. That wasn't very helpful, though. That wasn't the checklist. They said there would be a checklist, and I'm sure Rafael is kind of freaking out that there isn't a checklist. Caution, in case of poisoning, please consult with local Sims for antidotes. Okay. We will not be using the machete because Rafael does not want to even touch the machete, even though he does have to. So we're going to clear the path with the machete as seasoned pro over here. Okay, there we go. Eve was just stargazing again. You guys are way too close, actually. I feel like he's literally touching you with the machete. Why is it playing that noise? I don't like that. Okay, the rest of you follow. It's a rabbit hole? Santiago hears a growl and slowly turns to see a jaguar patrolling through the jungle with something shiny in its jaws. I don't think he will jump scare a jaguar. That's a stupid thing to do. I did not know it would be a rabbit hole. I thought it was going to take us to the jungle. Okay, let's try this again. Travel through with Eve and Rafael, and I don't know what'll happen then. We were just brought somewhere without a loading screen? There's always a loading screen. Okay, so what do we have here? Oh my, this is so fun. Okay, I think we're gonna head this way, and I think we might stop here for some sightseeing because it's absolutely gorgeous. Just so cool. Wow. But I think Eve is gonna be... Oh my god, I did not know there would be snakes. I mean, I knew there would be snakes, obviously. But can I touch it? Oh, man. I like snakes. But, well, we're in the jungle, so they're probably a bit more dangerous. And, I just have, like, trauma. Snake, frog, and lizard trauma from when I was a child. Anyway, I think that Eve is gonna try to clear this path with her hand. She probably won't be able to, but hey, she's gonna sneak off to do so. She's probably gonna try to get a machete in some way, shape, or form. Imagine if we fall off. Fell off? So I think Rafael is a little scared to go over the bridge, but Santiago will go first, and he's quite comfortable with doing so. I'm sure he's done it so many times. He's gonna go to the edge. I don't know if he'll actually go through, especially because he's now realizing he doesn't know where his kid is. My goodness, Eva's a slippery kid. Very easy to just slip right through your fingers, apparently. She doesn't have, like, any gardening skill either, which is the skill that this requires. But I think he's gonna come back down and see if he can find her. He's gonna be like, just a minute, to Santiago, see what happens when she finishes. What? It worked? I wasn't expecting that to work. Okay. Rafael is definitely gonna freak out about that a little bit. Yeah, just a little. He's gonna chat with her? Where? Oh, she came out? Huh? How did we get here? Is this, did they go through the, hit the high point from reaching a high point in the jungle already? Girl, this is too easy. Okay, we're gonna, I don't know how to, like, properly tell her, like, firmly not to do that again. Not to run off like that again. This is definitely interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. So we're gonna excavate this. I honestly don't know what's going on with Santiago. He's still waiting for them. Probably thinks this is a family matter. They're in some type of fight, so he's just gonna leave that be. Girl, the waterfall's making you flirty? Are you sure it's the waterfall? We're gonna excavate this. He did not think Eve would go somewhere she's not supposed to, so he's not too worried yet. Doesn't really want to be involved in a family fight, which he assumes is what is happening. Okay, she finds a chaos relic base. There are more things to find. I think she's gonna excavate this, and then she's gonna, like, tell her dad to go and open. Uh-oh. There's no better time to pull out the Parkers. Thanks, Eve. Having the spider repellent ready is sure to help ward off these unwelcome critters. Okay. Close call. Okay. But, she's gonna tell Rafael, she's gonna instruct him to open this treasure chest. He's skeptical, but he just wants to get back. He just wants to get back, so he's just gonna do it. And he doesn't imagine there will be anything inside, but there was something inside. Maybe something bad? Let's see. Rafael found some wondrous items in the treasure chest. He took an artifact, some adventure gear, and a mystical relic and put them in his inventory. Okay, that's very... There's something in the air, and that something is a whole bunch of lightning bugs. As they make their way for Rafael, he wishes he had a bit of lightning insulation powder. I thought I bought something like that. Or maybe had learned a bit more about how locals handle these insects. Instead, it looks like a shocking experience is in store for Rafael. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. Sorry about that. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is bad. He doesn't look too upset about it, but, oh, yeah. Is he dead? Is he gonna die? Oh, this is getting exhausting. Okay, Santiago does have the thing he needs for it, but next time we go home, we definitely... Oh my god. Oh, the snake. It's just really big. I don't like the way it slithers. Yo, if you have a pet snake, though, I love them. Okay, tell your pet snake I love them. Anyway, I think we're getting a little off track from the tour. Definitely. He's very dazed. And I think with that, he's gonna be like, we should go. I got electrocuted. You know, all the regular stuff. She's not gonna fight that. She'll go with him, for sure. She'll be like, okay, sorry. She'll probably blame herself because it is her fault, to be fair. She did tell him to open that, but, I think from now on she's gonna be a little bit more careful. With her dad, at least. Maybe not with herself, but she'll be more careful with her dad. But anyway, we have to go find Santiago. I think she is probably gonna be the only one coming over here, though. Rafael, I'm not sure if he wants to cross that bridge. So, He'll just stand here. Okay, she's gonna just tell Santiago what has happened. Tell an unbelievable story. I'm sure he could believe it, but it is pretty unbelievable to the average person, I suppose. If somebody is injured on the tour, we gotta, like, you know, get them home. And we probably need a pretty major restock of supplies, so we're gonna head home. So I think we're gonna need more than just one of everything for everybody, because there's a lot of things that can happen out there, and they happen quite frequently. So I'm gonna have Santiago and Eve come over here, and Rafael's obviously going to rest. He's already ready in his pajamas. I don't think Santiago has had a tour go this wrong in a little bit. Okay, it looks like we could do these things, and there's a lot of stuff here to purchase. We're kind of running out of money, but I'm gonna say Santiago has some money, because we didn't have any money from him, so. Lightning insulation powder, we definitely need that. We're gonna buy a lot of things. She's gonna get some dinner from this stall over here, apparently. I don't know what it is with my Sims, but they're always flirting with people, and I kind of am sick of it. Does anybody know why that is? Like, it's not that it's always a bad thing, but it's starting to get to be like every character I have, and that doesn't feel right. I think she's gonna go home to check in on her dad. She's already on her way. He has been sound asleep this whole time, so she's not gonna, like, wake him up or anything. But I do want to stock his inventory. I should probably stock Santiago's as well, to be fair. Doesn't look like I can anymore, actually. Drag that into my inventory. Oh, I can drag this one, though. Okay. I'm gonna take that with Santiago, because I feel like it'll be useful. I think Eve is gonna want to work on her archaeology, even though she's not a huge fan of reading. She's gonna read up just tonight while she's in bed, maybe. Ooh, okay, is that a freezer bunny? It doesn't say it's a freezer bunny, but I think that's a freezer bunny. We'll authenticate the artifacts Eve got yesterday. Oh, okay, Raphael's awake. He came over. We're suddenly in the pool. Stop! Oh my god. He also got some things, if I remember correctly. 3? He has 3 machetes. Okay. I don't know what he's supposed to do with those, to be honest. That's a lot of machetes. There is this relic here. I don't know what to do with it, but it looks like it's something similar to this relic we already got. Those here. Hopefully we won't need them in the jungle. I wouldn't think we would, but maybe? Oh my god, stop! Okay, they have a romance part now. I feel like I can't build, like, romances through story anymore. They just do it themselves. It's, like, kind of annoying. I feel like it's an actual problem at this point. Seems like this... Stop it. It seems like this skull is different than the others. This one's a Amazonite skull, and this one's a smoky... And these are both smoky quartz. She and her dad are sitting in the pool. I think that maybe they're watching Santiago work. Eve, because she's really excited about doing archaeology and she's really interested, and Rafael, because he is interested in Santiago, pretty sure. It's 5 a.m. and it's raining, but I think when Santiago is done with this, we'll go. Anyway, we already broke through here, and I think this is the place to go, so we're gonna travel through. I don't know if Rafael's feeling very good about this, but this is how he continued the tour, and he doesn't want his daughter to go alone, and he knows this does mean a lot to her. But we have not explored over here at all, so it'll be interesting too. Okay, it's looking quite interesting over here. I'm quite interested. It's so cool here! It's so cool! I kind of wish that they could do, like, parkour and jump all over here. That would be, like, really fun. I think we're gonna have Santiago do this, although I'm thinking at some point they might let Eve try with like precautions, of course. It made a spooky noise. Okay. Santiago is foraging through the jungle when he almost trips over a large, strange-looking egg. Leave it alone or examine it. I don't think he has any rocket science skills, so we're gonna leave it alone. He's adventurous, but he likes to leave nature be. He leaves it behind, and a giant creature lunges out and is spewing fire at him. Okay. I don't really know how to respond to that. Y'all, get in there. Santiago needs your help, clearly. Okay. If you go through together, you actually go somewhere. For some reason, it's a rabbit hole if only one go through. I don't really understand that, but... Again, Eve is not supposed to be doing this. That's supposed to be reserved for the tour guide, but I don't care. Wow, there are so many of these all around. I don't really know where we're meant to go. Share the lottery spirit. Maybe not. Oh, okay. We're getting attacked by spiders, but we're all good. That's nasty. Oh my gosh, stop it! As I said, stop it. Okay, friendly. That's good. A hug? If it's a friend, be flirted with. Eve, how are you doing? I like you the best right now. It's a once in a lifetime experience. Okay, I do think Raphael would allow her one machete hack. Just because she keeps begging. Right? I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's a good parenting decision. I really don't. But she's being supervised, and he knows that she will not, like, be crazy with it. So he'll give one of his 3 machetes to her, and then he'll immediately ask for it back, of course. Okay, Drat, it's bats, plasma bats, at that. They are, falling for a trap. Okay. Why are you on your phone? I thought you wanted to use the machete. Why are you debating the existence of vampires with your dad when you're trying to use the machete? Focus, girl, but also she's being electrocuted now. She was going to be electrocuted, but we were prepared. Okay! Oh, she's rebellious. I didn't even notice she had that phase. Okay, well, then it makes a lot more sense how, much she's going to probably end up veering off course. Okay, we have a pop-up. On a jungle trek, Eve is watching the birds fly through the canopy when she almost stumbles over a very strange-looking egg. Lots of strange-looking eggs today. A bird of prey is perched nearby and seems to be eyeing the egg hungrily. She does not have a good archaeology skill, so she's not going to protectively watch the egg. She's probably would try to scare off the bird, but we do have the fire quencher. And I bet there's nothing funner than using that, like, and using all these little tools, so she'll do that. The Mr. works. The little creature is born with no issue. Eve carries the soft, adorable creature to a safe cave where it bestows a blessing on her. I feel like we've missed a few chapters. What are we talking about here? The next step along the path appears to be a natural pool. It might be Amiskin Rural Baths? Would you like to travel there now? Sure. Sure. I didn't know that was a thing. So, this is cool. These are huge. Contemplate. Can you, like, go on them? Or can you just look at them? Girl, that's boring. I want to go on them. Oh, wow. That's so cool. That looks awful. From this angle, that water looks terrible. Okay, what is... Santiago, what are you doing? You're supposed to be guiding these people. And, okay, these people should not be here. We should be alone right now. I thought this would be a fun little, like, time where we could spend just us, but no, we have to share it with some random townies. Who are these people? Well, as fun as a pool is, I think Eve's probably gonna get bored in some capacity. Oh my god, that's a lot of harvestables. Okay, well, we'll do that, I guess. I'm already in a better mood because of that. I love harvestables. Okay, and then I think there was a dig site around here somewhere. Yes, sir. Okay. View Tree of Emotions. Did we already harvest everything? We apparently did. I've never seen these before. Oh my god. Flutterberry. That's berry. Cerebrary. Okay, that's an interesting name. Maryberry. Museberry. Razzleberry. Vimberry. Okay. Okay, well I definitely don't want to feel flirty. We have enough of that. We do. But they may come in handy later in our adventure. I'll have to remember to give some to the fam so that they have some just in case. I'm not going to give them the flirty ones though. We're keeping those with us. I don't trust these guys. I don't trust them at all with that. This person's just swimming in circles in a tiny little pool. Oh, it's us! How did I not notice that? Okay, and Raphael's back in the bush. I think tonight we're gonna stay out because clearly we have a comfortable enough place to rest and do push-ups, so we'll be fine. We can literally sleep here. Eve, you can sleep in that bush. This is comical, but Raphael, you can nap in that bush, and the seasoned pro, I'm sure we can find a bush for him. What are you doing, Eve? Your homework? Girl, she's not tired. So I'm thinking we start using our machete because our dad forgot to take it from us and he is asleep in a bush. I don't actually know if that's our dad or if that's Santiago. I think that's Santiago. Okay. Doesn't matter. They're both asleep. So, and let's see. How far away is our dad perchance? Because I want to make sure he's not gonna see us. Okay, he's right here. If he wakes up, he's not gonna be able to see her. No, he's not. Okay, good. How fun is this? Eve was forging through the thick vines a little too enthusiastically, and when her machete flew out of her hands, it was lost forever in the thick jungle. No! I guess it's a good thing we have as many machetes as we do, but then she's gonna have to convince them to give her another one, and she's gonna have to explain to them that the machete is gone. Anyway, nestled in the jungle is what looks like an ancient pedestal of some kind. On top is a shiny treasure. Should Eve take it or leave it? Well, she has a decent Salvadoradian culture skill. She's like halfway there. I don't think it's a good idea to take it personally, but I'm kind of curious. When chatting with the locals, Eve heard rumors about such a treasure in the jungle. By recalling the lyrics from the traditional song, she follows a sequence of steps that safely deactivates the trap. I think Santiago might be wondering where she went. Yeah, because he just followed her. Rafael just woke up, and he seems a bit out of it. He's hungry. You want to eat your disgusting grilled cheese ball? I want to see how much it makes his hunger go up. Okay, a little bit. Oh, okay, they just came out somewhere. It's apparently a casual discussion, but I feel like it should be a little bit more of a intense discussion because this was not the best decision for her to do this on her own. You know? A swarm of bees! Oh no! Oh no! We don't have the flower. We don't have the bee flower. Santiago's chillin', but that was not fun for her. Surfing face though. She's just slightly uncomfortable by being stung by so many bees. Okay. If it didn't hurt that bad, Queen. Also, I feel like Eve would be the only one brave or stupid enough to open this, especially after what happened to her dad last time. But, like, treasure chests appeal to me. I don't know. I also don't know why there would be treasure chests on the tour. Yeah, he's coming after her. Probably, he always looks happy, but I don't know if he's actually happy with this decision. Eve found some wondrous items in the treasure chest. Uh-oh. Okay, we have the relic here. I think that's the same one we got when we opened the last treasure chest. We got our first frog. That is so expensive. Oh my god. Well, she's gonna go fishing while waiting. Oh, okay. While waiting for Rafael to get over here. I don't really know what he's doing. He's been standing here the whole time. Well, I think he's probably gonna notice that the only one that this one they already went through and this one is one that was not open before. Oh my gosh. More bats? Okay. So he's definitely gonna go ahead and travel through. And he sees Santiago here with an empty treasure chest. And he knows what happens when you open a treasure chest. So I think he's probably gonna and then he's probably gonna see his kid over here. Fishing away. Santiago, you don't want to be part of this conversation. Dig this up. Alright, I don't really know how to give her a proper talking to. Oh my god! It's an alligator! I didn't know they existed in this game. Again, it's kind of weird to see them, like the snakes. Like, outdoorsy lifestyle. That's fair. Oh my gosh, they were doing another romance interaction. This is like, it's getting excessive, guys. It's getting excessive. Is it because it's Pride Month or what? It's not even Pride Month when I'm recording this either. Like, there's no excuse, buddy. I mean, I guess you could be gay if it's not Pride Month. I guess. But... What? Okay. Well, let's take a nice screenshot then. If I can't do nothing about it. I was kind of hoping there would be some story, some maybe slow burn with this, as slow as you could get in 5 episodes, but nope. Alright. You know, I think we're gonna maybe head back through here. Because there's a lot of other stuff that we can explore. And that's why we are here an extra day. Santiago is feeling a romantic connection for Rafael and wants to suggest a date. No. Because you need to watch this kid, okay? She needs to be watched. We're here on a tour. Also, wait, is that Santiago who asked? Because that is very unprofessional, my dude. Very unprofessional. So how about we go over here and I'll have Santiago do it. Eve lost her machete and her dad is too wimp. And he likes watching his man work. Probably. Ooh, what in the world is that? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's so pretty. Well, it's actually not pretty at all. This game has awful graphics for the little creatures wandering around. But it's kind of cute. Rafael just always wants to be away from the machete. Also, you do not have to go to an outhouse, wherever that outhouse may be. You can pee in the bush you slept in, if you really have to. Oh my gosh, Santiago lost his machete as well. So, we're gonna have to get Rafael to give him one. To the temple? Now, I've been waiting to go into a temple. Alright, here we are. It's gonna be interesting. Alright, so I'm very excited to go inside this temple, but this episode's getting a little long, so I will save it for the next one. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!